Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. Thought I'd pop up here and of course do an update. Um, Even though I feel like nobody's really watching. I feel like it's now more of me just documenting because I am going for disability. So at least I'll have some sort of a record for possible appeals, whatever the case may be. It's kind of how I'm feeling now. I don't really get any viewerships anymore, but oh well. Like I said, I'll keep this going for that, but then after everything is said and done, I'll probably cut it out. So, um, anyway, things are going well with the physical therapy as far as the pain is concerned, getting the muscles pulled out, stretched out, getting everything and kind of put back to where they're supposed to be, especially with my neck back here. That has been a big issue for almost 9 years with the car accident that I was in. And but today he was in there and doing his thing in this section right in here. Yeah, I was feeling it. But we also have storms in the area. Possible tornadic activity might happen as well. But yeah, we did have some storms this past weekend with Saturday night. Fortunately, no kinking of any muscles, no cramping or anything. As far as feeling that tightness is concerned, but I was feeling that cold feeling. It's like an icy feeling from my throat right about here. No, actually, right about here going down, and then a little bit in my chest. Um, Definitely the airway passage here, and then a little bit here and there in my chest. That's what I'm trying to say. But at least no cramping. So yay, kudos there. But unfortunately, after my physical therapy on Friday that I had, I really got woozy afterwards. Thank goodness I had, excuse me, stopped off at a store that I was interested in going into that was right across the street. They sell like crystal, spiritual sort of stuff and everything. And I was just like, oh, let me go and check this out. One of those things. Let's do some window shopping. Um, yeah, while I was in there and I was walking around, I was just like, oh my gosh, I felt like I was going to pass out any minute. And I was like, okay, I need to sit. So the lady, she offered me a chair to sit in and so forth. She could see I was really having some issues. So yeah, I did that and I slept like crazy that night. Pretty much, I did wake up Saturday morning and I was able to do 3 laps with my walking, and I kind of pushed it a little bit with my stretches, seeing how I missed Friday. And then that night we had the storms, and then yesterday all I did was sleep. Uncontrollable fatigue. Back again. I'm just like, and it's just, that's what I was explaining to him this morning when I had to go for my physical therapy. It's, yeah, I'm going to get a little emotional. It's frustrating, you know? It's like right now I've got $2 in my bank account. And I need to get out there to work. And of course, I'll admit I'm scared because, we have these storms in the area. Don't know how bad they're going to wind up being. Am I going to need to, how bad are, not so much how bad that they're going to be, but how much are they going to affect me? I just keep saying, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. Because this weather is not helping with things. But then again, I think about, out there, yeah, we don't have this sort of weather, the weather out there, it was pretty much the same thing. Or there wouldn't be anything happening. And it would just be things that are kind of around, you know, as far south all the way into Mexico, you know, and I'd feel them. It's frustrating. And I'll admit, I feel like I'm letting myself down, giving in, but I can't help it. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go to work, and even if it's a regular sort of job and I fall asleep, I can't control it. And then, of course, I gain weight because I start craving, you know, sugary foods, carbs, basically, to try and help wake me up. I just, even with making the improvements, I was in hopes. I was in hopes that with, you know, getting on the supplements and so forth and making the improvements that it might help, that it would help with things. And it isn't just the fatigue, it's also the brain fog, you know. I feel like I can't function. Yeah. I know. And it's like, he had to remind me this morning, take it one step at a time. And I know I'm beating myself up. Because I want to go home. I don't like it here. But at the same point, I know I can't make it on my own. I just keep going, and I keep going. I keep trying. But then, you know, and I keep trying to push myself. And then I wind up in situations like this past weekend, where I'm just... And I feel like things that I want to do, it just keeps getting further and further away. And yeah, I get depressed. And somebody here is biting my wrist, trying to cheer me up. Mommy. Yeah, I know. We're here together. We're a team. So, anyway, this is where I'm at. It's hard dealing with all of this. On the plus side, at least, I could feel like I can cry without being in pain. Because before I would have this all with crying, it would be, I'd be in so much pain. But at least I'm getting to that point. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because, you know, because of the physical therapy, you know, with what he's doing and with what I'm doing, you know, at home. And the body is healing, and so I need sleep because of it, I brought that up, and of course, nobody can answer that question. Maybe my body just, needs the sleep to recuperate. Because let's face it, my body really has been like this for 13 years. Ever since I had that norovirus. Yeah. And basically the final straw was long COVID. Between the norovirus and then the car accident, dealing with all that inflammation, all that pain, but learning how to live with it, and still doing everything I could to keep going. And of course, not having, and then having COVID, dealing with diabetes, type 1 diabetes on top of it. It's a lot. And my body is there's a lot there that my body's having to recuperate from. That's what it boils down to. And I know that. And I know I'm being hard on myself. And it doesn't help either. All the psychological trauma that I have been through also. Throughout everything. And I keep reminding myself that these people who did not understand, that have filtered out of my life, it's hard not being able to talk to somebody who understands. It's more than just going and seeing a shrink, you know what I mean? It's like it's just about everybody has exited my life, you know? And it didn't matter if I tried, like, talking to my father and stepmother because they didn't understand. Their solution was basically tell me to go live out on the streets, treat me like I was an addict of some sort. Nobody was getting it. And in some ways, I feel like even my friends I'm staying with don't understand it either, even though I know. And I know in many ways they do. And it's also not fair to them. Basically, I burdened myself onto them. The only one who really knows and understands and cares is this little one. I hate to say it. That's how I feel a lot of times. Yeah. I'm just frustrated. Tired. Tired of fighting. And I'm not saying I'm suicidal or anything like that. It isn't like that. I'm just tired of fighting. I want to go home. And I'm not looking to turn back time either. I just want to go home. And I feel like I'm at a loss. Trying to figure out how to do that. And be able to support myself at the same time. So I know I can't. All it takes is situations like this past weekend, and I'm like right down to the floor. I kid you not, it was, I think it was last night. Yeah, last night or yesterday afternoon, had a low sugar, and afterwards, with coming out of it, I'm like, I just need to lay down for a little bit, and I'm wound up dying for 4 hours. And I had every intention to work last night. But that's what I deal with. Constant basis. I feel like my body is just constantly fighting, struggling to do something with itself, and I just have to take it one step at a time. I have to stop beating myself up. I have to give myself some credit. I know that. But I have to go out to work today. I am feeling better. I just need to get this out. I still have to get my taxes done yet. I know. And I'm not just talking about this year. But I know I've got 2 days to get that done. But anyway, all right. You just get to a point where you stop caring about fighting so much. That's what it boils down to. Anyway, I'll let you go. Talk to y'all soon.